we're watching this a week and a half late, and I'm kind of surprised that we haven't been spoiled. Like, you guys are pretty good at this.
I may have been spoiled for one thing, but it's a thing I suspected was going to happen anyway. But I don't know for sure if it happens, so we'll see.
I got spoiled for one thing, but it was me clicking on the wrong social media post. Like, I was trying to click on one, and I accidentally clicked on one that was very close to it. Saw a thing, went, oh, and closed it.
But I will say,
so it wasn't like a big plot development.
No direct spoilers. I'm so proud of everybody.
Good on you guys.
And
we love you.
And even the thing I think I was spoiled for, like I said, I'm like, I am not entirely sure. It's just an I think sort of deal. So we shall see. So
let's do this. Let's hit up this 23-minute long season finale. Camp Season 2, Episode 12, Parents' Day.
Dang. Because they've never done one this long, right?
No, not really, no. Like, we kind of knew from RTX that this was what they were going to do because they were talking about it in interviews and all that stuff. Yeah. But still, we get to see it happen. Will you get out of the blinds?
It's one thing to hear about it. It's another thing to see it.
Yes.
So
let's do this.
Let's go. I'm real excited to see where everybody comes from, so to speak.
Click. I was waiting for you to stop so I could.
I'll never stop.
Christmas!
Oh, sweetie.
Enjoy Parents' Day.
We put up flyers this time and everything.
Oh, why did I think it was Christmas?
So wait, our parents are showing up here
this was originally going to be the Christmas special.
You betcha.
I think.
That's adorable.
And even take part in some fun activities together as a family. How fun is
even
that?
Even Phineas and Ferb did a Christmas special.
One of my parents shows up.
Well, you losers enjoy your
Still
family
waiting for
bonding
summer
because there's no way
episode.
my folks are coming. Guess I get to kick back and relax. Maybe I'll just order a pizza.
Did somebody say Christmas?
Why did he say his parents
Mr.
are
Campbell,
coming?
you're back!
Yeah, I worry about that.
Why, I've been here the whole time, Davy.
But you went to Russia.
The whole time.
You did point out it was a lake.
Because you're just in time for Parents' Day.
In time for what now?
Parents' Day! We'll get to show off everything you know.
But there can't be a Parents' Day, because if there's a Parents' Day, then all the parents will find out that they didn't send their kid to whatever stupid camp they thought they sent their kid to.
Oh.
Davy, for the sake of Camp Campbell, you have got to cancel Parents' Day this instant.
Oh, honey.
Parents are here. Fuck.
A place for you and
Just fuck.
Just hearing Travis Wilson say that.
She's yelling at me from across the room, but won't do anything.
And no, that's not hyperbole.
I'm telling you.
One day I'll learn the lyrics.
I won't. I still just love for the chess when Max just has his face down on the board, like, fuck all
Oh dear.
Oh.
Oh. Whose bright idea was it to put together a Parents' Day anyway?
Who do you think?
Well, everything seems to be going swell so far, don't you think?
Camp Nowhere.
And
This is where we took over the camp for a while and had a huge party. Preston threw up a lot. I got cool sunglasses.
Nicolette, I thought we signed you up for those flower girls or something.
No, Mom, that was last year, remember? I got run out by all those mean girls. It was kind of traumatic for me.
Oh, sweetheart, you know I can't keep up with all your silly little adventures.
Dad! What? I thought it'd be fun. Look, we're twins.
Oh no, that kind
Which
of
one's
bad.
the real Neil? Huh?
Oh, why couldn't Mom have come today?
Ah, come on, Neil. It's just us guys. Hanging out, being dudes. We could really get rowdy, huh?
Dad, can you please stop trying to connect with me and let me suffer through my poor excuse of a science camp?
Well, if you're not enjoying yourself, I've still got a few dozen spots left in my summer Socrates seminar.
Dad, I will consider this day a win if you promise not to bring up Socrates again.
Is
Well,
his dad a
I'm a
philosophy
professor
major?
of philosophy.
Yes!
Like I can
And
just-
don't say that out loud. It's embarrassing.
Whatever you say, dude.
Wow.
Nicolette, I did not shoot you out of my front butt for you to go karate chop with strangers. Please accept my apology and don't sue us.
Oh, it's no problem. I've got health insurance after all.
You do? Well, that makes one of us. The name's Candy.
Oh, Carl.
Hey, you and your dad look the same.
Take it back. That's gonna be a catastrophe.
Oh,
See,
that's
this is why
sad.
I'm grateful my parents don't show up to shit like this.
Now, just because they're late doesn't mean they're not coming. Right, Mr. Campbell?
Shut up, Davy. Mr. Campbell. Allow me to introduce myself.
Safety first.
I'm Agent Miller, and this is my partner, Agent Miller.
And their parents!
Gentlemen, whatever brings you to this completely legitimate summer camp? Why, our precious daughter.
I said, call me Arid.
Oh, so you two are...
My cool gay dads.
Oh, thank
And
God.
we just scared the
You're
cat off the
Sorry.
Well, allow me to congratulate you on your return to United States
It's like
soil,
they're Agent
Mr.
Smiths.
Campbell. We're not sure how you came into possession of such vital Russian intelligence, but your country thanks you.
God, is that why they
of
sent their
course,
daughter
now
there?
you're back in the good old U.S. of A., you'll be that much easier to monitor. You're not out of the woods yet, Mr. Campbell. We're watching for any funny business.
And music, though.
Well, if you see any funny business, be sure to point it out, because I'd be alarmed if you found any...
Hey, there's some funny business going on over here. I signed my boy up for behavioral correction camp, not paints and crafts or whatever this queer shit is.
Mom, you're being politically insensitive.
Sorry, queer stuff.
I mean, I guess that's better.
Well, you see, Mrs. Nerfington, we...
Yeah. Where's the LARPing? Who are all of these children?
Yes, I
Who are all of these children?
Well, they got a point. Where is the LARPing? Settle down now, kids. Parents, kids' parents, you haven't been tricked or swindled. Camp Campbell covers all of the wonderful camps you signed your children up for. Why, we even have a song about it, which you can hear at another time. This camp's so special is that it has the heart and ambition to be all of those camps while still providing the individual attention that each child deserves. Whether it be nerd camp for Neil or adventure camp for Girl Neil. My words aren't enough to convince you. Then I'll prove it. Good, because you're gonna have to, or we're taking you in. Right.
Arid's
So,
dads.
everyone outside.
I love
it's
it.
time to show off some Camp Campbell captivities.
Have fun.
Oh, no, you don't. This Parents' Day needs to go off without a hitch. That means good times and happy families.
What?
Until this one's actual parents get here, you three are gonna be the perfect nuclear family. Got it?
We're gonna have so much fun!
Oh my god!
Family!
That's really sweet.
It's,
and also awful.
Nice, Nerris. I'm just concerned it's not very safe.
Well, when danger lurks around every corner, a mage has no time for safety. Isn't that right, Elder One?
Right, Nerris. But do listen to your mother.
Everyone.
Well...
Good. Carpe diem. Cameron Campbell. Pleasure to meet you.
Lieutenant Stuart Houston, thanks for taking pity on my boy here.
That's Matt.
But I really think I hit mine stride with this piece. Greetings, the sunrise. Good morning, Mr. Sun. So, what do you think?
Oh, boy, I know. He just loves art. I don't get it either. It's just so embarrassing.
Really? That's what you're picking up from this?
I've been over this. It is my passion.
But why couldn't you be passionate for something more manly? Like guns or football?
I like football.
Oh, why'd we have to raise you on that German army base?
Okay, I'm piecing this together now. Your country thanks you.
Excuse Oh, you must be Harrison's parents. He's quite the little magician.
Yes, we know. We were wondering, have you figured out what's wrong with him?
Excuse me?
The things that he can do.
They're unnatural!
Hoping this camp could help him control his abilities.
Like the milk in the newspaper thing?
He made his brother disappear!
Hey guys! Oh, still doing that, huh?
Oh, honey.
They're treating him like he's a mutant?
Where's Demon?
So, Space Kid. Can't
No,
help but
straight up
notice
like
that.
Xavier
Grown-ups
mutant.
walking around with fish bowls on their heads. Where are your parents?
Oh, my parents couldn't make it.
Oh, really? That sucks.
Yeah, but my uncle came instead. He's the coolest guy in the galaxy.
Oh, really?
Yep. Say, could you hand me that hydraulic monkey wrench?
And video freeze.
Right in
the middle of everything. Oh my god.
Sorry,
It's that
guys.
time of the night when the Wi-Fi gives out. Ain't that a shame?
Yeah, I was watching Rick and Morty yesterday, and every 5 minutes it's just like, whoop, Hulu doesn't work anymore for some reason.
And once again, we bring back the cable that lets Katie play Overwatch.
Hooray!
Yay, blue cable. Thanks, Fries.
Do we need to refresh the
We
page?
are not sponsored by Fries. No, it should figure its shit out fairly soon. Question mark. Fuck. Come on. Come on.
That's why I was thinking maybe we need to refresh it.
Yeah, I
But-
think you're right.
I don't know, it might just take a minute for the...
This is annoying.
To our
My cool.
Okay, so we were at about
8 something.
Thank you for noticing that.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Where's Max?
Where's
That
Max?
fake kid. Can't help but notice I haven't seen any grown-ups walking around
And
with
we're back.
fishbowls on their heads. Where are your
You
parents?
say that like I
Well,
plan on
that
cutting
hurts
any
a
of that.
Oh,
I
really?
mean, you do have to
That
edit
sucks.
the video.
Yeah, but my uncle came instead. He's the coolest guy in the galaxy.
Oh, really?
Yep. Say, could you hand me that hydraulic monkey wrench? Ah, I've been pinned!
Max, your mother and I are very disappointed in your behavior. Don't make us ground you.
Okay, you're definitely taking this dumb parenting role too seriously. Am I right, Gwen?
Nah, for real, Max. Look what you did to Space Kid.
I'll save you, Buckaroo.
Uncle Boris, my hero!
Buzz Aldrin!
I never leave a man behind, Neil.
Neil?
Somebody call me?
Yup, Neil Armstrong Jr., named after his great-grandfather. Rocket fuel runs through his veins.
It did
He
look-
wasn't
Are you
lying.
fucking kidding me?
Huh. Guess that means we have 2 Neils now.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, hell no! I'm putting my foot down. I'm Neil. I've been here longer than you anyway.
No, you haven't.
Yeah, okay, but I'm smarter than you.
No argument here, Neil.
Say, aren't you two the ones who sent me that fake video of Neil walking on the moon?
Well, technically the footage is real, but we did do some alterations.
I know the footage was real. It was footage of me on the moon.
Okay, yeah, but we didn't think the actual Buzz Aldrin would ever see it. So when you think about it, we're victims too?
You're lucky I never hit a woman. There's no greater crime than faking a moon landing.
David helped too.
Max,
Help!
Thanks for speaking up, son.
It's an honor, sir.
Time for the family dinner.
I worry about that.
Dinner
Oh.
served.
Excuse me, Bub. Your gross spoon hand just fell into my food. Hey, get back here!
Mom, violence is not the answer. You're going to get yourself caught in an endless loop of poor decisions that will lead to your elongated incarceration.
All right. Gaylord, sweetie, would you mind cutting my food for me?
Gaylord.
I'm not allowed near knives.
Campbell. Oh, for the love of
I can't wait to
yes.
see who
Why,
voices
if it
who.
isn't the Millers. I hope the cuisine is up to your liking. The mashed potatoes are our quartermaster's specialty.
Its mediocrity is unparalleled. But we're concerned about something else. There appears to be a wild animal gorging itself at the table next to us.
Why, that's just our camp mascot.
That's pretty cool.
You just let that animal eat at the
Pussies for
table with
life.
the children?
I let that thing do whatever it wants. Little monster practically runs the camp. I'm not touching it.
Seems dangerous.
That's just how it says hello. It's perfectly safe. Just don't let it kick you.
Oh, poisonous spurs.
So, what did you think of my one-act, one-man, one-word play, Gram?
What's that, Kristen?
I said, what did you think of my play?
Little bit louder, please.
The play, woman! Did you like the play?
Oh, yes, it was lovely.
Thank you.
Come in. Damn
No
it,
wonder
Max,
she-
you quit being
Wait.
such a shit today.
He
What are you
needs
gonna
attention.
do, Mom? Send me to a summer camp where you don't have to deal with me?
Ooh, that is an ironclad comeback.
Okay, family, who's ready for dessert? Whoop, Max, I still see some peas on that plate.
Is it too late to try and get adopted by one of these other families? They all look slightly less miserable. Well, except Neil's.
Boy, son, you sure blew my mind with all these, what did you call them? Chemistry tubes?
Beakers, Dad. They're called beakers.
Oh,
Well,
honey.
excuse me for using the layman's term.
That is the layman's term.
Ah, come on, son. I'm just trying to learn about your interests. Speaking of which, are you interested in any ladies around here?
What?
He's
No.
12?
Oh, I
11?
bet there's someone.
Young?
How about that little
Very
green
young.
tan friend of yours?
Way too young.
What was her name?
For that.
Girl Neil?
Stop. Girl, Neil.
Actually, my little angel.
You gonna eat that?
Oh, girl, I hear you're some sort of big shot professor. I love a man with money.
Money?
Intelligence.
Oh, well, yes, I do teach philosophy.
Wow. Are you tenured?
Our parents sure are talking a lot. Ooh, do you think they like each other?
Oh, Candy.
Maybe they'll get married.
Okay.
I've always wanted an older brother. Dibs on top of.
Oh.
Not if I can help it. Hey, Dad. You know what would impress everybody? If you told us all about the Socratic method.
Oh, boy. Well, if I'm going to do that, I'm going to need my teaching assistant.
Socrates.
Socrates?
Socrates! The world's greatest
No.
philosopher and gym sock.
I stink. Therefore I am.
No.
I know that's
Who do
actually
you
a
teach
pun. I just
philosophy
couldn't think of a
to?
sock-related pun.
Freshman.
Your dad's lame.
Oh, I'm counting on it.
Oh, Carl. You never told me you were so good with your hands.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Sake! I wasn't done eating that.
You didn't need the calories.
Max,
That's
you know,
mean.
you are really pushing my patience today. I have half a mind to tell your parents about this when they get here.
How are you not getting this? My parents don't care about shit like this. They are not coming ever.
Hey everybody, we're Mr. and Mrs. Farts.
That's great payoff.
Have any of you seen our beautiful boy, Jeremy?
Oh, we kind of lost him in a bet to a rival camp across the lake.
Is this some sort of joke?
Is this
Just
some
say
sort
you're,
of joke?
that they're at the wrong camp.
He was really gross.
Time for our final activity! Everybody out!
On the record, we completely understand.
Oh, theater camp. That was a good
Boy,
payoff.
have we had some fun. But sadly, it's time we ended Parents' Day by having our campers show you all what they've learned here at Camp Campbell to a degree that will surely legitimize the legality of this camp.
Oh, honey.
Let's start with Magic Boy.
Maybe
I
don't
hope he
start
has an
that.
exit strategy.
Okay, come on up, Mom and Dad, and watch me as I saw one of you in half.
Oh, God, please no.
Davy, you never let me down as far as I can remember.
Isn't it so
and I know
disgusting?
you never would, which is why I need you to make sure every single snot-nosed kid out there shows off whatever it is their parents signed them up for. It's either that, or I'm heading to Super Guantanamo.
I've heard of Super Guantanamo.
Consider yourself lucky.
Okay, family, you heard the man. We've got to show off whatever it is Max was... Say, what camp did your parents sign you up for anyway?
It doesn't matter, because there's no way the other losers don't blow this thing first. Check it.
So you see, Mom, sometimes words cut deeper than knives.
I wish I'd known that before I'd gone to prison. Thank you, son.
Clap louder!
The hell? That was borderline heartwarming.
That's enough, Max. It's time we worked on our super fun routine.
Hold on. The next one will be a train wreck for sure.
He's
None
gonna
of
be
them
really
will.
sad that his parents aren't there. And they're not coming. He's absolutely right. And I like... Oh.
Roar. Gasp! What should we do, Nerris the Cute?
I cast
bug parent.
Oh.
Critical hit.
Aw, okay. I guess you could say it's super effective.
Well, no, that's Pokemon. But I love you for trying.
No!
Come on, Max, this is important.
This is stupid.
Of course, it's
Everyone else is having
infuriating
fun,
him.
and you will too once Gwen gets back with your enrollment paperwork. We'll be a happy little family, I promise.
Either there is no enrollment paperwork or they didn't fill out camp.
I was just thinking the same thing
I
about
feel
our
like it's
parents.
actually going to be a
Our
way more
parents.
emotional
Wait,
payoff.
I thought they were with
than
you.
that.
I thought they were with you.
Well, clearly they're not.
Did you
Oh,
check?
no.
Now, rest in good play.
Why, hello, Grandmother.
Oh, God.
No. Oh, no, they're in the house.
Nice.
Hey, Neil.
Don't let him pin you, Mom. Take on the belt.
Holy fucking parents! I don't want to see my dad naked.
Nah, Neil, look. He's still wearing Socrates.
Whoopsie daisy.
I love daisies. You might want to get yourself tested for quarter sister.
Davy!
Yes, sir.
This is our last chance. You, the girl, and that boy on stage now.
They have STDs named after
STD
them.
ever.
Don't,
I have
They-
the utmost
They
faith
named
in
one
you.
after me.
I need
One.
a chopper ready if this thing goes south. What do you mean, Mostinero?
David, I found Max's papers.
Great! We
Yeah, this is
can
gonna
do
be
this.
sad.
I don't want to do this.
Max, that is it! I am fed up with your bad attitude. Why do you always have to bring everyone else down instead of trying just a little bit to have fun?
David,
Now let's all put on a
Oh,
happy
gosh.
face, go out there, and show everyone just how great you are at... wait.
I told you. I didn't care. Just make something up so we can get this over with.
Max,
You were right.
No.
And now, for our final and most important performance,
No.
Wow.
ladies and
They
gentlemen,
really did
give it
abandon
up
the
for
camp.
Davy, Gladys, and...
Gladys?
What the what? Oh, don't tell me I lost another kid. Okay, that might sound incriminating, but...
Oh.
Why are we here? What about Campbell's big show?
That's stupid.
What?
You were right. It's stupid. You shouldn't have to pretend for anyone.
Are you okay?
I'm sorry, Max. I try to always see the good in things. And I try to get others to see the same. But pretending like things are okay when they're not doesn't help anything. I'm sorry your parents don't care enough, Max. You have every right to be angry.
Oh, shit.
But you deserve to be happy. And I hope you can find that here at camp. Even if it's not today.
Well, fuck, I'm gonna
Life
cry.
I'm crying, yeah.
and at least there's pizza.
Yay.
Boy, that pizza came
well,
out
don't
fast.
just look at it.
Are we at Little
Eat up,
Caesars?
You little shit. Now I'll go make sure the car starts.
David?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Okay, Max.
Seriously, I will murder you if this gets back to the gang!
You think everything went okay back at the camp?
No, I'm sure it's nothing Mr. Campbell couldn't handle.
Oh, this is
You
bad.
bastards! You goddamn bastards! Do you know who I am? I am Steve Campbell! I'm richer than all of you combined! I was the Prime Minister of Thailand, for Christ's sake!
Tell it to your cellmates in Super Guantanamo.
It's all your fault, Davey! I swear on my minor league baseball teams, you haven't heard the last of me!
So, yeah, that's our camp.
One backstab to put me on.
That's just the end of it?
With scouts and snakes in my grasp.
Do you think there's a post-credit scene?
Maybe.
Face every obstacle and blow right
Oh
past.
my
They say
God.
I'm living fast, I'm just pushing to the max. That's why my
That hit me here.
That's all I nearly started crying.
Yeah.
Get yourself tested for
There was
Oh,
some
this
great,
is the full credits.
there were some great payoffs.
Hoping for the time when my mama see a sunshine. You can't eclipse that. Tell these haters get back. smoke it till I lose my stash like a
Chapman,
lip
Ryan
wax.
Haywood.
My hit camp coming with them hit tracks. All I need is
Fraser.
one break.
Sean Reisinger.
Harrison's mom was Jen.
The fucking dream team back in '92, dominating every TV. Even when I'm dead, I'll be flowing through a Ouija, rocking every stage.
I am
selling out a CD.
somehow not surprised that Max's parents don't care. Like, he got a gift and it was the same hoodie that he was wearing.
Yeah.
The fact that he got a gift at all was a little surprising, given he wasn't signed up for any particular camp. It was just
really like that his parents, like as horrible as it is, I really like that they didn't show up. Because for a minute I thought they were setting up they're not coming, and then they show up,
and it's Trevor's parents.
I really like that they didn't show up.
Finally, I got to make a Space Kid song by Richie Branson. Bless you, Richie Branson.
So yeah, I really like that. And even Jeremy's parents, we completely understand. I love that Eric has
been to a rival camp.
I love
continuity though.
Yeah. I love Aaron's two gay dads.
Your cool gay dads
Cool
with
gay
a crazy high five. Like, yeah, okay.
But it's courtesy of NASA
and Ken Glover. I have to wonder if there isn't post-credits something or other in the sponsor version.
Do we want to
website?
Do we want to go check it out first?
We could. I'm pretty sure this is done. Yeah.
All right, time out.
Yep, nearly started crying. Mm-hmm. No, 23:47 is the exact same timestamp as the YouTube.
Okay. I didn't get spoiled for anything then. I thought there would be like a post-credit scene with Daniel.
Shit, that would have been amazing. Nope. Nope. Stop that. Stop it. Stop that. Nope. Stop it.
Stop it. So yeah, I thought there would have been a post-credit scene with Daniel. I'm really glad that I didn't actually get spoiled for anything. That's wonderful.
I feel like Season 3 is definitely going to bring a lot of this back around because we no longer have Cameron Campbell, which means we no longer have funding for the camp.
Oh, and not to mention that Cameron is like, revenge!
Nerris' family, though.
It's super
I
effective.
love them so much. But I love you for trying. Like,
that was adorable.
Mom's just like, I married a nerd, I'm raising a nerd, I love them both. They are my nerds.
She tried though, that's so sweet.
I feel like that's kind of how my mom feels with me sometimes.
It's super effective. That's close enough.
Yeah.
But yeah,
oh my God.
all of the parents make sense.
And
everything makes sense. Oh,
Gaylord Nerfington. And no, I landed it being behavioral therapy camp and him teaching his mom. It's just, I wish I'd known that before I went to jail.
Clap louder! Oh dear.
Yeah. Oh, good times. Seriously though, I'm just Max's parents, and I'm not surprised. I'm not really surprised by Nikki's mom either.
No.
To be completely honest. It kind of explains why Nikki's such a wild child if mom is just disinterested.
Didn't we sign you up for the flower camp?
That was last year. Remember those mean girls ran me out? It was traumatizing.
I can't keep up with all of your adventures.
And that's just kind of like...
Well, even just the very first shot of her, she's just staring at her phone while Nikki's leading her around by the hand. It's like that visual says so much.
Nikki is used to doing her own thing because I'm sure mom makes sure that she gets fed and clothed and taken care of and whatnot, but mom is not super interested in child. And then Neil's dad. Oh my God. I wonder what his mom is like.
I assume Neil's mom is a scientist. That's my assumption.
Or even if she's not, she's probably a little more closer to normal. finger quote the
I was
shit
gonna
out
say,
of that, but
is that Neil's definition of normal?
real world definition of normal. Probably not as... She probably doesn't have a wacky ass personality quirk.
She might be like... Yeah.
Like, Nerris's mom is normal.
I could actually see her not being a scientist, but being very, like,
Supportive.
being a businesswoman, actually.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody who's, like, so locked into work, especially if the dad's not tenured, like, who's so locked into work that, it's like, whatever, Neil, just stay out of trouble.
Did we find out if Dad was tenured? I don't think that got into
No, it didn't. But if he's not, then...
Yeah. Who is he teaching philosophy to, though, with a sock?
And
they said
say,
professor,
children?
which makes it sound like college level.
Which, that seems very juvenile, but whatever.
Even a college freshman is like 18.
Yeah. Like I said, seems very juvenile.
Mean, if I was in college and a teacher whipped out a sock puppet, unless it was very obviously some crazy form of satire, I would have been right the fuck out
I mean,
of there.
I definitely had a poli-sci teacher who whipped out a little plastic T-ball and would lob it into the class, and whoever caught it, like they had the opportunity to like do an extra credit presentation or something like that.
We had different poli-sci teachers.
Yeah. I don't remember if it was an extra credit assignment, but it was definitely like, hey, you guys need to wake up. Poosh.
And that's a good way to get people's attention, especially in that lecture hall.
Yeah.
I had an English 101 teacher who treated us all like we were in 6th grade, and I aced that class, and I slept through that class a lot.
I had an English 101 teacher who basically spent a good 20 minutes explaining what a topic sentence was. I got a 4 on the AP Literature test.
I got a 6 on the IB higher level English test.
Sorry, that's neither here nor there, guys. Talking about our college's dumb credentialing system has nothing to do with this.
I was able to test out of English 101, and they told me, well, you want to be there because it teaches you about campus and how to use a college library and this and that and the other. And I went, if it's
lies and slander.
If it's going to teach me actual life skills that I will need to survive at this in this college institution, then okay, sure. Nope. Nope. Like I said, I slept through that class. I half-assed my papers. I half-assed my corrections of those papers.
Edits.
Aced it. I have an English degree, you guys. I mean, this is what I'm good at. BSing madly.
I floated through that class as well. I was just like, I felt insulted every day.
Oh, you told me stories. That teacher sounded actively terrible. Mine was just kind of passively terrible, and I think accustomed to teaching people who were there on athletic scholarships. So I should not have been in that class.
I shouldn't have either.
There's nothing wrong with going someplace on athletic scholarships, mind you.
And not to like
It's
pat
just a
ourselves
different-
on
no,
the
it's
back
ju-
or
it's
anything
just a different
like that.
skill
It was-
set.
it
I'm
was-
fortunate I never had to take math in college. It would have fucking wrecked me.
It's just one of those things where it's like it was not what I was expecting out of a college level course because it felt like I had taken a million steps backwards.
Mm-hmm.
Anywho, that's neither here nor there.
101 classes.
We could cut all that. Can we cut all that? Anyway, neither here nor there.
Remind me when I get around to it.
No, it's fine. It's fine.
I'm not gonna remember that.
But we're supposed to be here talking about Parents' Day. Like I said, not our own shitty college professors.
Point being, if I'd had a professor like Neil's dad, I would have dropped that class. First opportunity. Goodbye.
I definitely had a sociology professor who was tenured who needed to retire.
Oh, I had an 8 a.m. sociology class that I don't remember what the professor was like because I don't remember most of that class because it was 8 a.m.
Anywho, this, again, it was very touching.
So good.
And, you know,
it explains so much about Max that not only are his parents neglectful, like, obviously, again, fed, clothed, paid to be at a summer camp, like, his basic needs are met, but he is aware that his parents don't actually care beyond making sure basic needs are met. And being aware of that, when you're that young, that's
is
rough.
harsh. Not to mention, it's fun looking at this in conjunction with the last season finale, which was, David
trying so hard to do this thing
and teaching Max to see the good in a terrible situation.
Why do you care? Someone has to.
And this is the complete, I won't say it's the complete opposite, but it's
the flip side.
Yeah, it's tweaked the scenario enough for David to go, I'm not going to pretend like it's okay when it's not. It will get better, but it's okay to be sad.
And that's really something that you do need to know, because denial, and let's be real, David is real good at denial.
Oh, he pushed those feelings for a long time, deep down.
Like, he's very good at denial, but that doesn't make things okay. It's not a healthy coping mechanism to just be like, no, everything's fine. Especially when it's at Max's expense. Like, he just assumed you're here for an activity. We just need to look at the paperwork and find out what it is. And then finding out, oh, no, this really is a problem. The facade is gone.
Not to mention...
Because he does understand that, that is an issue and that needs to be addressed.
Not to mention, I think just seeing the tears brimming in Max's eyes just straight up shattered David's heart, probably.
Yep. Yeah, so, on one hand, there's trying to see the good in a situation, which is a good philosophy. It's always good to try to see something good, even in a shitty situation. On the other hand...
Especially when other people are trying to, shove your face in it and be like, look how much this sucks, it sucks, it sucks. Which is what Max was doing last season.
On the other hand, denial is not good, especially when there is a problem like child neglect.
Yeah.
Emotional neglect can fuck you up just as badly, but in very different ways from physical neglect.
Mm-hmm.
Don't do that to your kids.
And again, I feel like all of the other parents, at least to a degree, had good intentions.
They showed up.
Yeah.
Like Max straight up. Even Nikki's disinterested mom showed up.
And Space Kid's parents couldn't be there, but they made sure a family member was.
Yeah.
Or a family friend. It's hard to tell.
Well, and even 6 of one, half dozen the other. Cool uncle. Cool uncle. And even Preston's parents showed up, even though they just kind of wanted to check on how their demon spawn was doing. So I love that they kind of go, yeah, no, he actually does have magical abilities, and we're a little terrified by them. But it also really painted them as, Puritans.
Well, it's funny because you can look at it that way. But if he actually did make his younger brother disappear, and you take that hand in hand with that one episode where Harrison's magical abilities left Neil perplexed and furious, and we didn't get an
had
answer.
Max just coughing up stuff all day.
Yeah, it was one of those things where it's like, I feel like Harrison actually does have magic powers, and his parents are the only ones that recognize that.
I feel like it's one of those things, for the most part, because of the genre, because it's a comedy, we kind of go, hey, it's funny, magic powers, and then we have this, oh, the real world. Shoot.
Well, even if he does have horrible demon magic powers,
he is still just a kid.
He's just a baby. He's just a baby, and it always makes him sad when...
And I'll saw one of you in half, and then his parents treat him like he's a demon, maybe don't do that to your child who has powers. Honestly, I think Nerris probably has the most stable family here. Well, Nerris and Arid, I think, have the most
cool gay dads.
Cool gay dads.
Although they're probably very much buried in their work. And again, I really don't like the idea of them purposely sending their daughter so that they could keep tabs on this suspected criminal. Or it might have been the other way around. They might have signed her up for a camp and then realized this guy was a creep.
Probably.
But if the government is keeping tabs on Cameron Campbell, I also feel like it's highly unlikely that they wouldn't know about Cameron Campbell going into it. So, on the one hand, I love her cool gay dads. On the other hand, I'm like, guys, do not send your daughter as a cover for you to keep tabs on this who you suspect to be a wanted criminal.
It makes me wonder how much Arid knows.
Yeah, that's true.
And whether
too.
she's in on things.
I mean, she did
She
look
seemed-
pretty pleased.
Oh, she looked very self-satisfied at the end
Very
there.
pleased.
Just look at my cool dads doing their cool job. Everything's cool.
Oh yeah, no, she very much could have been in on the whole thing.
So who knows? That is interesting. I really do think that, Nerris and Arid have the most stable families. Let's go for that.
They're parents who are clearly trying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. And are probably succeeding the best.
Where is all the LARPing? Like, and Nerris' mom obviously isn't into all of this, but she signed her daughter up for something that would make her happy.
And Nerris clearly has a great bond with her dad, and even at the end, she goes to hug her mom, and it's like, oh, you don't get me, but I love you. That's all that matters.
Well, the whole, this thing is great, but also listen to your mother. Like, this is a family that gets it. This is a family that has found that balance between that really nerdy passion and also staying grounded in the real world. Like,
with some reminders every now and then.
Yeah, but this is a healthy family. And that's kind of the last thing you would expect from the LARPer of the group, because stereotypically LARPers are, basement dwellers who are misunderstood and this and that and the other. I'm like, no.
I will say that, again, Space Kid probably also has a very stable family unit who, they just couldn't be there. So that's also my assumption. So Space Kid, Arid, and Nerris. Yeah, best family units. Dang.
Not what I would have
Most well-adjusted kids, though, right?
I kind of got what I expected from Nerf.
Nerf
Not
makes
gonna
sense
lie.
because he made more than one allusion to his mom being in prison and dad not being around, so...
Yeah.
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 I'm sure Gwen's just gone out for cigarettes. Oh no.
Did you like the play? Oh, honey.
It's, again, that in and of itself basically sums up why Preston's always really loud and in your face and theatrical, and
He is performing for an audience that cannot really see or hear what he's doing. And that might
Go get some snacks!
And it might be his only audience. So that makes sense. Like, you try to make conversation, it doesn't work. You try louder, it doesn't work. You yell with as few words as possible, and maybe you get through. And this is a kid
my one-word play. Yeah. Probably because it kept getting condensed, was my guess.
So that also, that explains a lot about him. Like, if that's his only audience, then absolutely.
Shakespeare! And that's it. That's the one-word play.
Like, this is a kid that is a performer, wants to be the center of attention, wants to be on stage, wants people to appreciate his craft, and as we've seen, participate in his craft. And Grandma can't really provide feedback in the way that he wants.
And that's
I don't doubt that Grandma cares very, very much for him. But she can't provide the audience that he craves.
Yeah, it's really sad because it's not that she's not wanting to pay attention to him like a lot of the other parents that we see. It's that she physically can't pay attention to them in the way that he needs.
And if he'd been at actual theater camp...
Yeah. He probably...
would be doing a lot better,
He'd probably
honestly.
be thriving. Getting some much needed constructive criticism, but thriving.
He'd probably be getting a reality check. There is no one who will whack you and bring you back down to earth faster than other performers.
Yeah.
Like, what in the blue and white hell are you doing? Take some constructive criticism. Constructicism. I'm really tired. Workshop it with your peers and then bring it back.
Yeah. They
As
teach you how
opposed
to
to
workshop.
screaming into a void.
Yeah.
Which is kind of what he's doing.
We need the rain!
So this explains a lot about pretty much everyone.
Yep. I guess, as you were saying earlier, the question is, where do we go from here since Cameron is getting shipped off to jail? Is that
And there goes
David,
the funding for the camp.
Is that, I mean, let's be honest, like, they probably had to keep the camp running afloat on a very shoestring budget anyway, since Cameron stashed most of his cash. But yeah, that means if David wants to keep it going, he has to do it all himself. Gwen will help, but if he can't pay her, then she's doing it out of the kindness of her heart and her friendship with him, as opposed to, job.
Meager employment, and, you need to...
But it doesn't matter because she's overqualified for everything anyway.
You need to keep a girl in her Netflix subscription and trashy magazines, so...
Yeah. Make his ass take you to Costco.
Costco this.
But yeah, it'll be interesting. Has season 3 been announced?
No.
Okay.
But I'm assuming, given how ridiculously fucking popular Camp is, that there will be a season 3.
Oh yeah.
I would be very surprised if that is not the case.
I would be.
And
very
then we
surprised
also
as well.
have, presumably, holiday specials. We've got, I want to say, 2 more episodes coming down the line at some point between now and the quote-unquote season 3 premiere. I say quote-unquote because, again, not confirmed,
Halloween
but
and
I'd be real
Christmas,
surprised.
Halloween and Christmas, Halloween and Christmas, pretty please. I want it. Pretty please.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Halloween and Christmas. Summerween. Christmas in July. Totally works.
Why did I think it was Christmas?
But yeah, it'll be very interesting to see what David will do, how he will bend over backwards to keep the camp running, or what changes he'll make to Camp, since Cameron won't be like hovering over his shoulder all the time.
Well, Camp, he wasn't really hovering anyway. He would just occasionally come in, fuck things up, and then leave. It's a money laundering business.
Yeah.
Let's be real.
Weren't you in Russia the whole time?
It was a lake.
Yep.
It was a lake.
Now the question is whether or not he realized that hopping into the sun.
Or I could just drop shit.
But yeah, this was a delightful
Sunday
season.
night.
This was a delightful season. I'm pretty happy with just about all of it. And even though like certain episodes didn't gel with me, like the Jeremy Farts one, like there was some
But
pretty
that was
funny
a good
payoff.
running joke.
Yeah, we completely understand. He was super gross.
I still think my favorite was the season premiere because it's so hard to beat a musical number like that.
It really
and
is.
I loved I just loved it. It was a lot of fun. The Flower Scout one was also fucking amazing.
Yeah, that one was incredible. Getting to see Bonquisha again was great. Learning more about Gwen, awesome.
A lot more payoff in this season, and I'd say more of these episodes were solidly constructed.
Oh yeah. No, this was fantastic.
Season 1 was the trial run that got more episodes added because it was such a good trial run, and here is where they've really hit the ground running.
Mm-hmm. And we still haven't been introduced to every single parent. Like, we've got enough to get it, but like we could still see other people popping up later on down the road too.
I feel bad for Dolph. Why couldn't you be interested in football or guns?
I am interested in football. Ugh. I do love Cameron,
Air Force dad.
I do love Cameron going, this picture is coming together now. This is I'm getting it.
Well, I assume Air Force because that's the uniform I've seen most often, but they're all blue, aren't they? I feel like all of the dress uniforms across the armed services are blue.
I can't say that I ever met a ton of people in uniform during my brief working on a military base stint.
No, I think they're called dress blues for a reason. I'm just used to Air Force because that's the family I grew up in. But still.
I grew up right by a Navy base, but yeah, I hear you.
Dress blues. And that's still, hey, we shouldn't have raised you on that journal. Like, okay, so it's not Coast Guard, probably not Marines, probably Army, Navy, or Air Force.
That would be my guess. Any one of those would make sense. But yeah, it also makes sense because, I mean, that's a thing that happens with kids when you stick them in a new environment. They pick up the accents of wherever they're at.
But Germany doesn't celebrate Hitler. They don't have monuments to Hitler. They have memorials to his victims.
Yep.
So, on one hand it works, and on the other hand it's still kind of like, this is uncomfortable.
I mean, it was uncomfortable when they first introduced it in season 1. It's just made even worse because of recent events.
This is also true.
Yeah. Not that we should have ever, I guess, figured that Nazis had gone away. Yes,
Anyway.
it's gotten really bad.
Anyway, yeah.
But I love that Matt did the voice of his dad. Just that, like, I'm doing the military man voice. Because he could have gone with a number of voices for it. He could have done the Sarge voice. But it was just kind of disappointed dad.
This was just so much fun.
This
was a
great.
great episode.
Yep. I laughed, I cried, I felt a feel. All good. All good.
All right.
I'm Megan. You guys can follow me on Twitter and Instagram at TheMenguin. That's TheMenguin.
And I'm Katie. You can follow me all over the social medias and on Twitch at Kiaxet. That is Kiaxet. We have our hashtag ABC autopilot. We have our sister channel Silver Screams. That is Silver_Screams on the social medias and Silver Screams on YouTube. We are starting up a few new shows. We also have our first red carpet coverage. She did the Hatchet 10-year anniversary, which wound up being the Hatchet 4 premiere, so surprise! And we also took a look at the Netflix adaptation of Death Note. So I don't know whether or not that will be released at the time of this video, and I'm talking about our video, not the adaptation. But keep an eye out for that, because it's half reaction, half discussion, and we're just kind of picking the highlights, and it'll be super fun. If you would like to support us, we have a Patreon, and that will get you blooper reels and cat videos and all sorts of fun stuff. And seriously, $1 a month is super helpful, especially since I think I need a hardware upgrade at this point. So your funding goes to that, to keeping the channel running.
Woot woot.
We also have a Ko-fi if you just want to toss us a couple bucks. And if you would like us to react to a video, we do commissions. We do not do requests. We do not do, hey, have you watched this? Hey, you should watch this. We do commissions. So all that information is in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Bye-bye.
Just under the 53-minute mark.
What?
What? The longest video we've ever did was 53 minutes after rendering.
How long was this one?
52:40 at this point.
Oh shit! Turn it off! Turn it off!
Some of this is gonna get rendered out. It'll be fine.